Just saying, it's a crazy time. You can't afford not to like black people. You don't like black people enough, you could become one yourself. I'm not the only black man with a bunch of mug shots.
Right.
It's them young ones that come.
Yeah.
That'll do what you want.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me I'm independent. I pay my bills.
Right.
I pay the cost to be the boss. You the boss by yourself.
ESPN confirming to NBC it's cutting ties with its NFL commentator Shannon Sharpe. The move coming after Sharpe, of course, the Hall of Fame tight end, settled a lawsuit accusing him of sexual assault and battery.
Very grateful for that, but I just wished, of all things, like I said, hey, they did what they felt they needed to do, and I'm at peace with that. But I just wish, guys, this thing could have waited until Monday.
Katt Williams just unleashed on Shannon Sharpe, and believe me, he did not bite his tongue. The shots were loud, the shade was deep, and Katt's making it crystal clear he's not losing a wink of sleep over ESPN, tossing Shannon aside like last season's sneakers. According to Katt, Shannon only has himself to blame. He's calling it crazy to feel sorry for a man who's been preaching wisdom for years, only to fall for the oldest trap in Hollywood's dirty little playbook. And the kicker? Katt says he tried to warn him. See, ESPN cut him loose right after he settled a jaw-dropping $50 million lawsuit with an OnlyFans model, Gabriella Zuniga. Yeah, you heard that right. But the real plot twist?
White women are as great as any other women. But I'm not gonna act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends.
Katt looked him dead in the eye on Club Shay Shay and told him straight, messing around with white women in this industry could leave him in a scandal so nasty he'd never scrub it clean. And Monique, she warned him too. She laid down some solid dating advice, practically handing him the rule book. But Shannon? He tossed it in the trash and went full speed into the chaos. Ignored every single red flag, tossed caution straight out the window. And now, look at him. No gig, getting roasted all over the internet and scrambling like crazy to clean up a scandal that's already stamped his name in the mess hall of Hollywood drama. Instead of playing it cool, Shannon slipped, tripped, and went headfirst into chaos, only to end up handing over a massive payout just to make that model drama disappear. And right after that, ESPN gave him the boot without blinking. And let's be real.
I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
But you tried to say, what you tried to say?
I'm looking right at you.
I know you looking at me.
I ain't backing down. You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you.
Dang.
What legit network is gonna touch a man whose name is trending for a lawsuit that heavy? Katt Williams is sitting back with that "I told you so" grin, watching the whole thing unravel exactly like he said it would. People close to Shannon say Katt's got zero sympathy. Why? Because UNC had the bag, the brand, the platform, and tossed it all on some reckless late-night moves. Katt didn't just warn him for fun either. He knew Shannon was out here messing with that young OnlyFans model way before the lawsuit even hit the blogs. Katt saw that trap coming from a mile away, and Shannon walked right into it.
I didn't want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
Come on, Katt.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not gonna act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that.
You see Jonathan Majors, what he went through. Marvel dropped him as soon as the conviction came out. And you were telling the
Hey, you saw that black woman come get his charge cut in half? Thank you, Megan Good. God bless you, coming to save that slave. If he'd had to be there by himself, he was getting all four. Guilty, 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 guilty. She came in there, was just so beautiful, they had to knock half of it off. Bless his heart.
On the surface, Katt made it seem like he was chiming in on Jonathan Majors' mess. But nope, every word was a laser aimed right at Shannon, just dressed up slick so it slid under the radar. And once again, Katt proved his point. He might crack jokes, but when he calls something, it lands. Shannon didn't want to hear it, though. He really thought tossing millions at that OnlyFans model in a quiet, behind-the-scenes settlement would protect his image and keep that cushy ESPN gig safe. But guess what? ESPN still flipped the switch and showed him the door. And then, the wildest twist, just 24 hours after that settlement, Gabriella Zuniga quit OnlyFans altogether. She hopped on Instagram all smiles, announcing, "Today I have decided to retire from OnlyFans. Thank you for the incredible support you've shown me over the past few years." She even teased she'd still be on social media with new projects coming soon. But let's keep it real. She doesn't need to grind like that anymore. Shannon basically handed this woman a golden parachute and generational wealth off one wild situation.
Started, obviously, I'm sure everybody's heard the news by now that I will not be returning to ESPN. I found out this information a little earlier in the week. And really the only thing that I really ask is like, guys, could we wait until Monday? My brother's going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I really wanted to be about him, and I wanted to be about my family. I know this coming out will overshadow everything that he's worked his entire life for. And unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. And so,
a 50-year-old man moving like a rookie in the game. You can't make this kind of scandal up. And just when you think the drama's maxed out, it gets even crazier. Nobody's cutting Shannon any slack right now. This isn't just about him getting played, it's about the receipts. We're talking about the same man who once bragged that he wouldn't let his own daughter's wedding budget go over $30,000. And the internet did not let that slide.
As I told him, as I profusely apologized to him earlier today, he said, bro, stop apologizing. You don't have to apologize. I'm your big bro. I'm going to love you regardless. We all make mistakes. And he says, bro, I love you. So I'm done with this. You're done with it too. Move on. And
especially after leaked text dropped showing he was paying $25,000 per session with that OnlyFans model. Yep, 25 racks every time. One user on X straight up said this scandal was necessary just to expose Shannon's hypocrisy. Another posted, Shannon Sharpe has done a lot of questionable things, but being stingy at his daughter's wedding while throwing millions at an ex-worker, that one hit different. And now, whatever respect people still had for him, gone.
I really enjoyed my time at ESPN. It gave me an opportunity to bring my audience that saw me really just grow. They saw me, Lakers in 5, and they saw me say all these analogies that my grandparents gave me, and I was able to bring that to ESPN. So I'm very, very grateful for that. But I just wished, of all things, like I said, hey, they did what they felt they needed to do, and I'm at peace with that. But I just wish, guys, this thing could have waited until Monday, because I hate the fact that I'm overshadowing my brother, the first two brothers in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
The side eyes are strong right now, like millions on a young white woman who clearly treated you like a walking ATM. Seriously? How do you fumble that bad? And then, just when it couldn't get more humiliating, boom, ESPN hits him with the final punch. Days after that massive settlement with Gabriella, they cut him loose for good. No warning, no sympathy. And here's the cold part. They didn't even bother releasing a statement. People magazine reached out and ESPN completely ignored them. Like Shannon Sharpe never even existed. As for Shannon, he finally broke his silence on July 30th. And you're gonna wanna hear what he said. On his Nightcap podcast, Shannon tried to play it cool, saying he was at peace with ESPN's decision. But then he slipped and admitted he was begging behind the scenes to stay. He even pleaded with ESPN to hold off announcing his firing until after his big brother, Sterling Sharpe, got inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And here's the gut punch. Shannon later confessed he had to apologize to Sterling because deep down he knew the lawsuit and his firing would completely overshadow his brother's big moment. But ESPN and Disney, they showed zero sympathy. They didn't care about timing. They didn't care about family.
And this is what the headline's going to be for the next couple of days. So, bro, again, I know you told me this, I don't have to apologize, but I'm going to do it one final time tonight, and I won't apologize again. I'm sorry that I upstaged you in this manner. That was never my intent. You've been my hero. You've been my role model from as long as I can remember. And I apologize, and I thank all my fans for supporting me when I was at ESPN and every place that I've been, be it Club Shay Shay, Nightcap, Undisputed, ESPN. Thank you guys for your support.
They shut him down instantly, ignoring his request like it didn't mean a thing. What makes it sting even more? Shannon was this close to locking in a mind-blowing $100 million mega deal. The contract was supposed to cover all his She Media properties: Club Shay Shay, Nightcap with Chad Johnson, Club 520 Podcast, The Bubba Dub Show, even Humble Baddies. Here's the brutal timeline. April 18th, just 3 days before Gabriella dropped that lawsuit bomb, Front Office Sports reported Shannon was about to ink the $100 million deal. Fast forward, and now the deal's gone, the bag's gone, and his ESPN seat gone. Worse yet, he didn't just lose a job, he burned every bridge connected to Disney's empire. ESPN, ABC, Hulu, all of it. In high-level media circles, once you've got a stain this public and this messy, there's no easy comeback. Shannon was inches away from becoming a full-blown podcast mogul, but that dream drowned the moment he got caught up with a 19-year-old white girl. Every deal, gone. Every project, dead in the water. And just like Katt Williams called it, nobody's shedding a single tear for Shannon. He had everything, the power, the platform, the golden opportunities, and he tossed it all away chasing something that was never worth the risk. So now it's your turn. How do you see it? Was Shannon's downfall 100% self-inflicted, or did ESPN pull the trigger too fast, cutting him loose before the dust even settled? And that payout? Was it a smart move to drop millions on an OnlyFans model just to make the problem disappear? Or was it the biggest L of his career? Meanwhile, he's out here putting a price cap on his own daughter's wedding like it's a clearance rack deal, but dropping bags on a 19-year-old in the DMs. Make it make sense. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I need to hear where you stand. Like, subscribe, share, and smash that bell so you never miss the next round of drama. See you in the next video.